right. Okay. So, good evening and welcome to our community yoga class for tonight. The sequence that we'll be working with is a very calming practice. Our intention is to relieve the mind and the body from the daily stress that we usually encounter. This will help us also feel a little bit better. When we feel good inside and out, we can function a little bit more efficiently with whatever we are doing in our daily lives. So it becomes a beautiful cycle of like taking care of yourself so that you can be better in whatever that you are doing in your lives. So that will be our intention for today's practice. If ever you feel tired, if ever you feel sore, if ever you feel like you need to take a break, please do not hesitate to do so. Okay? So we're going to start off with a short centering or meditation practice. So just go ahead and cross your legs in front of each other. If you need to sit on top of a block, feel free to slide that block underneath your bum. Rest your hands on top of your knees. And with the eyes closed, feel yourself sitting up nice and tall, allowing the neck to line up with your shoulders to line up with your hips, creating that nice long line with your back body. Now, as you begin to find that upright position with your spine, notice what is running through your mind. Notice what you are thinking of. As I mentioned, our intention for today is ourselves from the stress of our daily life. But rather than running away from those problems, we take this opportunity to acknowledge them. So just observe what thoughts you are thinking of, if there's any worries, any concerns that might be popping in and out of your mind. But let it be free from any judgment. Let it be free from any criticisms. Just allow yourselves to recognize what thoughts you are thinking of. And if there's a lot, just let the thoughts pass your mind. Let the thoughts come and go out of your head. Now, in those moments wherein you find a sense of peace, I invite you to shift your awareness towards your breath. Observing how the inhalation is entering your body. Observing how the exhalations are moving out as well. Just begin to find a natural rhythm with your breath. Observing the breath as it enters your body. Observing the breath as you expel them out as well. And only when you feel like you're ready, take bigger breaths. Breathe in deeply. And breathe out completely. Five more breaths, please. Breathing in. Breathing out 1. Inhale. Exhaling 2. Breathing in. Breathing out 3. Inhale. Exhaling 4. Breathing in. And breathing out 5. Once you feel like you're ready to move, just go ahead and blink your eyes open. Switch the crossing of your legs, so bring the other leg in front as to relieve some of the pressure from the thighs. And then when you're ready, with your hands on top of your knees, sit up nice and tall once again. Allow the chin to come down towards your chest. And let's make a half circle with your neck. So you're going to bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. And just notice how this feels on the side of your neck. Now let's go the other way. So tuck your chin to your chest. And this time, left ear goes towards your left shoulder. And again, notice how this feels on the side of your neck. Now, on your own, begin to make those half circles with your neck. Slowly moving your head side to side. And you can stay here, or if you feel like bigger circles suits your needs, you can begin to let your head roll back and forwards. Whenever you find yourselves getting dizzy, just come back to the half circles. And just remember to go the other way as well. If you're rotating your head to the right, go towards the left as well, just to create that balance. And then just finish off one more cycle or one more round with your neck rolls. Once you are done, I'll meet you with your head upright. Now from here, begin to extend your arms all the way up to the sky. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, interlace your fingers and flip your palms to face upwards to the sky. Imagine like you're waking up first thing in the morning. Feel that space from your ribs all the way up to your palms. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, begin to turn your torso to the right. Land your left hand on top of your right knee. Wrap your right arm around your lower back, aiming to reach for your opposite thigh as much as you can. And then wherever your hands land, see if you can rotate your torso to face just a little bit more to the side. And maybe even look back. See how that feels for your neck. On your next in-breath, turn to face forwards, please. Reaching your arms up to the sky, interlacing your fingers once again. As you exhale, feel that stretch from your hips all the way up to your arms. Exhale, rotate to the right, to the left rather. Landing your right hand onto your left knee. Wrapping your left arm as far as you can around your back, like you want to reach for your opposite thigh. And again, just use the positioning of your hands to turn yourselves just a little bit more into the pose. Look back. On your next in-breath, turn to face forwards, extending your arms up to the sky. Interlace your fingers as you exhale and flip your palms to face upwards. Now this time, we're going to take our seated cat and cow. So on an in-breath, let your chest push forwards as your arms roll back. Exhale, let your arms push forwards as you round your spine. We go again. Inhale, sweep your arms up, arch the back. Exhale, push forwards and round the spine. 3 more, please. Inhale, arms up, lean back. Exhale, push forwards, round the spine. Going again. Inhale, arms up, lean back. Exhale, push forwards, round the spine. One last, please. Inhale, arms up, lean back. And then exhale, push forwards, round the spine. Reach your arms upwards once again as you inhale. Exhale, unclasp your hands. And I'll meet you in tabletop pose. Take your time to come up onto your hands and your knees. Come up onto your hands and your knees. Now, as you arrive here, just go ahead and sway your hips side to side, left and right. Allow your body to fidget around. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and stabilize at the center. Extend your right leg to the back. Make sure it's the right. And you're going to keep your right toes down onto the ground. Okay. And then just begin to shift your body weight forwards and back. Forwards and back. And notice how this feels on the back of your leg. Now just start to lean back and feel that stretch on your hamstring. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, begin to lift that leg upwards. Inhale. Exhale, whichever leg it is. Just go ahead and bring that foot to the front. Bring that leg to the front. Once you arrive, move your back knee a few inches backwards. And notice how this feels on your hip flexors. And maybe come up onto your finger pads just to free up a little bit of the space on your chest, your thigh. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, you're going to slide your legs back into your tabletop pose. Come back down onto your hands and your knees. Now, whichever side you haven't done, just go ahead and extend that leg to the back. Keeping the toes on the ground, just begin to shift your body weight forwards and back, forwards and back. And again, notice how this feels on the back of your thigh. And when you're ready, just go ahead and lean back. Feel that length on your hamstring. Inhale. Exhale slowly. Lift the leg up, taking a big breath in as you reach the top. Exhale, swing that leg forwards. Bring it to the front end of your mat. Once you arrive, move your back knee towards the end of your space as much as you can. And notice how this feels on your hips. Maybe come up onto your finger pads once again just to free up a little bit more with the chest, your thigh. Inhale here. As you exhale, slide your leg back to tabletop pose. Now we're going to open our knees nice and wide. And we're going to set up for child's pose. Sit on your heels and begin to crawl your hands forwards, melting your chest and your forehead down to the ground. As you surrender to the floor, notice how this feels on your hips, your shoulders, and your back. Find longer, deeper breaths in this pose. Inhale. And exhale. Nice and slow, roll yourselves forwards once again to tabletop pose. Come up onto your hands and your knees. As you arrive there, we're going to do our cat and cow. So on an in-breath, drop your belly down, tilt your chin and your tailbone to point up to the sky. Exhale, push away from the floor. Round your back and look down to your legs. We go again, drop your belly down, arch the spine, feel that expansion on your heart. Exhale, push away from the floor, hollow out the belly as much as you can. Again, inhale, arch the spine, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, push away from the floor, round your back. Inhale, arch the spine, gazing up to the sky. Exhale, push away from the floor, round the back. One last, please. Inhale, arch the back, gaze up to the sky. And then exhale, push away from the floor, round the back. Now begin to cross your shins. And we're coming back to a seated position. So sit down on the floor. Extending your legs forwards, give your legs a couple of shakes, couple of sways, couple of pedals. When you're ready, you're gonna bend your right knee and you're gonna try to step your foot outside your left leg, land your foot outside your left leg. Hug the knee with your left arm and place your right hand down onto the floor behind you. Sitting up nice and tall, allow yourselves to lengthen the back and see if you can rotate your torso just a little bit more to face the side. Now you can stay here, or if you would like a little bit more push, you can also reach your left arm up to the sky, creating length and space on your sides. And then exhale, hook your elbow against your knee. And maybe let that arm extend forwards so that you push the arm and the leg just a little bit more into the twist. Remember to breathe. Sometimes when we're doing twists, we tend to forget that the breath should be flowing in and out. Inhale here, please. As you exhale, unwind the spine. Keeping that right knee bent, just go ahead and guide your foot to press against your left leg. And ito na yung stretch kanina, Doc Joy. You're gonna open your left leg out just a little bit more to the side, and let's see how it goes. You're gonna place your left hand onto your thigh or your shin, and you're gonna reach your right arm up and over your head. Now, rather than thinking that you have to go down, I want you to think of opening out through your chest. So leaning your right rib cage back so that you get that nice long line on your right side body. Now let's exaggerate just a little bit more this stretch. So go ahead and place your right hand onto the back of your head. And imagine like you're sunbathing, spiral your heart to face up to the sky. The good kind of ouch. Like there's a stretch happening somewhere within the body. Oh. Take one more breath. Inhale. And then exhale slowly. Release the arm. Release the torso and roll yourselves upright. Extend the legs forwards and just give your legs a couple of shakes, a couple of sways. Aren't you glad we only have one more side? So this time we're gonna bend our left knee and you're gonna step that foot outside your right leg. Hug the knee with your right arm, left hand down onto the floor behind you. And again, this is more than enough if this feels like a good stretch. Excuse me. But if you want to go deeper, you can also reach the right arm up, create length and space. And then hooking your elbow against your thigh, maybe extend that arm so that you create more push with the arm and the leg. So remember to sit up nice and tall. The breath flows better when there's an upright spine. And maybe you can twist just a little bit more. Inhale here, please. As you exhale, slowly unwind from your twist. Keeping that left knee bent, just go ahead and guide your foot to press against your right thigh. And then maybe stretch that right leg out just a little bit more to the side so that you get more open hips. Right hand to your thigh or your shin. And you're gonna reach your left arm up and over your head. And again, the natural tendency of the mind is lower is better. But in reality, in our yoga practice, we want more length, we want more space. So maybe think of leaning your left ribs back, even if you're at a higher orientation with your spine. Exaggerating the pose, place your left hand behind your head. And think of spiraling your chest just a little bit more open, to a degree wherein you feel a change is happening within you. Now take a big breath in there. And then as you exhale, slowly unwind. Release the arm. Roll the spine upright. And extend the legs to the front. Ooh. Pedal out the knees, sway your hips. All right, we're just gonna do a little bit of your back bends to reset with the spine. But before we do so, we're gonna do one more seated stretch, which is your butterfly. So you bring the bottoms of your feet together. And before we come into a fold, just let your body kind of flow right and left, side to side. So free up space in your body. Allow yourselves to tip side to side. And if it feels good, you can linger just a little bit longer to that direction. I'll meet you at the middle. Take a moment to just lengthen the back as you inhale. Exhale, just walk your hands 1 inch forwards. Take another big breath in, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, walk your hands another inch forwards. Now on the next one, you take a big breath in and you get to decide if your body wants a little bit more, you go forwards. If you feel like you went too far, you roll yourselves upright. Let yourselves come into a space wherein you can enjoy the stretch. As I mentioned, our intention is to find calmness after a long, long day. So if you're here still competing for something, if you're here still striving for something, set those to the side for now and just let yourselves be at peace with whatever your body can do. Nice and slow. Inhale, roll your torso all the way upright. And then exhale, guide your knees together. Close off the gap between your thighs. Alrighty. So before we come into our back bend, come into an easy seated pose first. We're just going to do some shoulder rotation. So remember this shape. Reach your arms forwards of your chest. And then sweep your arms over your head. And then bend your elbows and let your arms sweep down towards your sides. We go again. Let your arms come forwards. Up. Bend your elbows. And then lower your arms by your sides. One more, please. Let your arms go forwards. Up. Bend. And then lower your arms down by your sides. Okay? So for this next pose, we'll be utilizing those blocks. So I'm going to invite you to grab one block and bring it to the front end of your mat at the mid orientation. Good. And then this second block will be at the lowest orientation. The distance between the two will be a play. So when you lie down, this one will support your shoulder blades. And then the other one will support the back of your head. So you can grab the block and secure the position against the back of your head. So go ahead and lie down on your blocks. Dito na lang, head towards me na lang, Cheryl. So tama, yeah. Have the blocks in front. Yep, here na lang. And go ahead, lie down. And I'll help you out if in case we need to adjust or move the blocks. Okay. Go ahead, grab the block. And then set it up. Nice. Alright, ayusin ko lang siya kasi tumama siya sa head mo. Go ahead. Or is the ponytail in the way? Yeah. Okay lang. Good? Alright, we're good. Alright, so now remember the arm movement that we did a while ago. You're going to extend your arms up towards the ceiling. And then reach your arms over your head. Bend your elbows. And then sweep your arms towards your sides. Good. Now please do this a couple more times on your own. The intention is to get a little bit more comfortable with that arch of your spine. And free up just a little bit more space for your shoulders, your neck, and your upper body. Now, if you've had enough of that movement with your arms, you can choose the positioning of your arms. You can have your arms at a V by your sides. You can have your arms reaching overhead, dangling. At some point, you might get pins and needles. Or just bring your arms to your sides again. You can also have your hands on your belly, your choice. And I'm just gonna give you another option for your legs. You have your legs straight now. You also have the option of having your knees bent or in butterfly. So the bottoms of your feet together and the knees wide. Play around with these options. Again, it's a personal choice. I won't pressure you into doing something that doesn't feel good. And then once you've found a good place, begin to settle in. And notice how the breaths are flowing in and out of your bodies. Back bends, frees up just a little bit more space for our lungs. So notice how much or how little you are breathing in this pause. Without any forcefulness of your breath, just let the breath flow in and out naturally of your body. And with each breath that you take, see if you can relax just a little bit more. See if you can surrender just a little bit more. Long, deep breaths in. And long, deep breaths out. Three more breaths here, please. Breathing in. Breathing out one. Inhale. Exhaling two. Breathing in. And breathing out three. Listen carefully. Bring your arms by your sides if you are not yet there. Bend your knees or guide your legs together. And very slowly, just begin to roll over to your right. Allow yourselves to gently fall out of your blocks. Lie down on your side for a bit. And then when you're ready, reach behind you so that you can remove the blocks and set them to the side. And make your way down to a lying position, releasing yourselves flat on the mat. Once you're lying flat on the ground, go ahead and bend your knees towards your chest. Hug your legs in and give yourselves a couple of gentle rocks. Side to side, just massaging your spine after that restorative back bend. Take a big breath in here. As you exhale, keep your right knee with you and you lower your left leg straight down to the ground. Now we're coming into a spinal twist. Guide that knee down towards your left. Let it cross over your body. Good. And then open your right arm out to the side. Look over your right shoulder. You can let this knee fall down. Yes. You can let this knee fall down. Nice. Let the body feel heavy. Allow yourselves to relax as you take one more breath in this pose. Inhale. And exhale. Now slowly come back to the center. Take another cradle pose. Hugging your knees into your chest. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, this time left knee remains. And you're going to guide your left knee to the right. As you open your left arm out to the side, look over your left shoulder. Take a big breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly come back to the center. Hug your knees back into your chest. And you can stay here in your cradle pose, just hugging your legs in. Or if you would prefer happy baby pose, you're going to grab a hold of the edges of your feet, allowing your knees to open out really wide as you let the soles of your feet face up to the sky. And maybe stay still or rock side to side, your choice. Take a big breath in, please. And then as you exhale, begin to lower your arms and your legs down to the ground. Open them out as wide as you want, as wide as you need. You have blocks and pillows there as well. So if ever elevate yourselves in your Shavasana, just go ahead. And before we come into a full rest for tonight, I invite you to take a quick scan of how your body is. As I mentioned, our intention was to bring awareness to how our body feels after a long day. So recognize if there's still stress, and tension that your body might be holding on to. And if there is, I invite you to connect just a little bit more with your breath. using the strength and the power of your breath to relax you more and more on your mat. Sending out your breath to parts of your body that might need just a little bit more attention. That might just need a little bit more relaxation for tonight. And when you're ready, let yourselves fully surrender into this space that we have created for your healing, for your recovery. Allow yourselves to embrace the calmness and the peace that we have found for tonight. Rest and relax. Rest and relax. Rest and relax. Start to deepen your breaths, taking long, deep breaths in and long, deep breaths out. Once you feel like you're ready to move, just go ahead and introduce little tiny movements into your bodies, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, rolling your wrists, rolling your ankles. And gently move your head side to side. Coming into a morning stretch, reach your arms over your head, lengthen just like when you're waking up first thing in the morning. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, find fetal pose. Bend your knees to your chest and roll over to your right side body using your right arm as a pillow. Stay here for a couple of breaths just to reconnect mind, body in this moment. And when you feel like you're ready, go ahead and press yourselves up to seat. I invite you to have yourselves facing the front mirrors with your eyes closed and your hands on top of your knees. Take your time to get into that seated position. And as you arrive, I invite you to recognize one last time the spaces that you were able to create, this connection that you were able to establish, and this sense of calmness and peace that you have found for today. Know that no matter how chaotic life gets, no matter how many challenges you may face, you have this calm and peaceful state within you that you can always come back into. And with gratitude, we bring our hands in prayer in front of our chest and we bow down. Please enjoy the rest of your night. Namaste. Thank you, guys. Kamusta? Oh, whenever I have a student na nakatulog sa class, sabi ko, deserve nyo yan. Matulog kayo. Huwag nyong pigilan. Diba? Ang cute nyo nga, sabay pa kayong, diba? Nakaka-replenish. Ibang world na. Ating gabi na.